All personnel, clear the launch platform.
All personnel, clear launch platform. Disneyland is your land.
The Leaving Today podcast, the show about the news, history, and attractions of the Disneyland Resort.
Disneyland is your land.
Well, come on, Wendy. Let's go.
But where are we going?
To Neverland.
Neverland.
Hello, and hello. Welcome to the Leaving Today podcast, episode number 201. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, this morning, or this evening, however it is and whenever it is you're doing it. We very much appreciate it. My name is Mark, one of the co-hosts here of the LTP. Sitting next to me, sitting to the right of me, is the Trail Master of Puppets himself, Udi.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Sitting to the left of me is, via FaceTime, Becky.
Hello, you guys.
Hello, Becky. And then coming in soon will be Jess. We are just going to patch her in when she gets a chance to call in, but
I think her limo was late.
her limo was late. So, yeah, we have to have all these conditions as part of her rider for her to continue this. But here we are, new in the next chapter. The next 200 episodes start today.
Yep.
Yay.
So thank you so much for everyone who called in on episode 200. That was it was a brief period of rejoicing for us, but let's get back to the fray and start complaining about stuff because that's what we do on the LTP. I'm joking. Yeah. Hey, if this is your first time listening to us, we hope you find the water to be very warm. We are a very honest Disneyland podcast. We do like to think of your best Disneyland friends you have not met yet. We like to tell you like it is, but ultimately we want the parks to be successful. But along the way, there's going to be some bumps and scrapes, and yeah.
Yep.
Becky, it was really nice to meet you and your husband in person last week.
Yeah, it was so fun. I really appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah.
And I definitely want to come more in person.
Of course.
I had such a good time.
Well, thank you. Yeah, likewise, it was great to get to talk with you guys afterwards at the Jungle Bird over some drinks. Sorry for the limited menu at that, but honestly,
Not your fault.
Oh, that's okay.
no. But normally, if you want to do that again sometime, Becky, there's a much bigger menu that they have.
Okay.
Speaking of
Yeah,
that,
I definitely want to go back. I loved it. My drink was really good.
yes.
Jacob almost got me to maybe get tackled on my way out by telling me I could take my cup home.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, no.
Luckily, I didn't listen.
No. Yeah, do not. No.
no. I think there are some mugs you can buy there, but I'm not sure that one was one of them.
No, I don't know.
Okay. Speaking of menus, though, we
Jacob. I gotta yell at Jacob.
oh yeah, Jacob. Tim is cool, but we do need to adjust his in and out order a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, that we gotta work on that just a little bit. I didn't really approve of his order so much at In and Out.
Yeah, and maybe next time we should try In and Out together. You could order for him.
Yes,
And,
yeah.
get him to try something else.
Yeah, that's how I really rate people's how they're doing it on In and Out. Anyways, I know people tune in because they want to talk about Disneyland. Yeah, so if you want to support the show, because today
Disney what?
Disneyland,
Not Igerland? No,
Not Igerland.
No. Stop. I'll stop.
yes.
Never mind.
Yeah, you guys want the Disneyland content. We're going to get to that. Today's show is sponsored by you, the listeners. If you want to get involved with that, go to our website, leavingtodaypodcast.com, click on the Patreon link, and we make it super simple for you. Also on Instagram, we have a link tree there where you can do that as well. Plus, TeePublic has a lot of really cool shirts, and I've been meaning to get a few more out there. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the news, and then this will be the last episode before D23, so we're going to really talk about our predictions for what we realistically think are going to happen.
No, I'm kidding.
We've been down this road before. We've been burnt by this anticipation before.
Honestly, if we did our predictions and we did our batting percentages,
yeah,
we wouldn't even be in the minors.
No, it would be double A maybe.
Yeah, we're pretty bad. Well, and I blame, you know what? I don't blame us. I blame Disney.
Yeah.
Because they're not doing what we tell them.
Me too.
Right. Okay, well, as always, we do start with an opening question, and let's see if I can find one here. Before we get to the opening question, though, I think Jess is going to call in. Timing is perfect, so let's patch her in real quick. So now, yeah, Jess has just joined us before we get to our opening question. Hey, Jess, how's it going?
Hey guys, good.
Excellent.
I want to apologize, Jess,
What's that?
that the limo was late.
Yes, that's right. We had speculating why you were late, and it was because the limo was getting gas or something,
Yeah,
right?
something like that. I think I had a
Well,
flat
yeah,
tire.
they were a little bit late, but that's okay. I don't mind. They supplied me with champagne, so.
Perfect.
Making it a... Anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so today's opening question is, like I said, I found this on Instagram, and you can only pick one item here. There's 5 items here, and we each get one. You can only pick one. Free annual pass for life, Club 33 membership for a full year, unlimited dining for life, one free week-long hotel stay per year, or a one-night stay in the Cinderella Castle suite.
All right. So one more time. Read it one more time.
Sure. Free annual pass for life, Club 33 membership for a full year, unlimited dining for life, one free week-long hotel stay per year, and a one-night stay in the Cinderella Castle suite.
Easy.
Those are good ones.
There are-
Say, Udi, you go first.
Well,
Yeah.
do you want to go first, Udi?
I'll go. If you guys... I'll go
Do
first.
you guys defer to Udi?
Yeah.
Lifelong pass.
Okay.
Easy.
Why would you choose that over the other
Because that's going to be the biggest cost. I can figure out how to manage the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
But the entry, no matter what, like the prices go up, I'm like,
Okay.
I feel like, for anybody who hasn't seen Wayne's World, when they're going into the Alice Cooper concert, they have the little pass walking in.
Yeah.
That's what I'd feel like. I'm like, oh my God, it's $300 to get it. I'm like, not for me.
That's right. Yeah.
And I would be that jerk going, oh, you had to pay what? Wow. You see this little thing? It's a lifetime
Yeah.
pass. I can just get it whenever I want.
Okay.
Anyway, but that's what I would do.
Jazz.
I would do a Club 33 membership for a year.
Of course you would, because you've been there. You've been there. You have the inside track on that one.
Yeah, I would do that for a year, because I can get my annual pass at any time. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But being able to go and experience that for an entire year would just be amazing. And the amount of merch that they change, how often they change it in a year, the amount of things that you could get, it would just, memories for a lifetime that you can look back on for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And you could network with different people there, maybe.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting. I did not think she was going to go that route, but that's
What
okay.
do you think I was gonna do, Mark?
I thought you were going to say annual pass for life.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I think I
No.
would pick the Cinderella Castle
Oh.
stay before an
Really
annual
go
pass
for an
life.
annual?
Yep.
I was thinking 33 or the castle for you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Becky,
Yeah.
what about you?
So I feel like if that's a really hard one, they're all so good.
Mhm.
But I think I would pick the Cinderella Castle.
Really?
Just because it would be such a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It
Ye-
maybe doesn't make financially the most sense in the long run.
Probably
but
not.
No, but it would be an amazing experience, and you'd be one of the few people who have done it. So I could kind of brag about that.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Fair.
I could see that. But again, one free week-long hotel stay per year. I mean, that could be at Grand California or any of the properties in Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
True.
But that does not excuse you from getting a ticket to the park or food. See, I vacillated between unlimited dining for life. I mean, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
annual pass for life, I think that is the card that I would pull and play.
Yep.
Because
That is a good one.
yeah, as Udi said, you can figure out the rest and budget around a hotel.
Yep.
maybe with a discount.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yes, and pay for your food and stuff like that. Anyways, I thought that was a pretty interesting question.
I like it. I think Jay would pick the dining.
Jay, yeah,
I think.
I would venture to say you're correct, Becky. I would say, I mean, that would be, he wouldn't need to stay anywhere because he lives close.
True. Yep.
I don't think Jay wants to hang out in the Cinderella Castle. Maybe he does. No. If Club 33 membership could be something that I could challenge him because I know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that he's been there. He must have been there. It's Jay, right?
Haven't we asked him that
I
before?
wonder. Yeah, we need to ask him if he's
I think
been
we
there or not.
have.
Yeah, we do need to ask him that.
Jay, let us know because I know you're going to hear this.
Yeah. I do need to figure out anyone who's going to go because I really want to get the Matterhorn staff for my daughters, and I just need to figure out who's going to go.
Somebody has to go.
Yeah.
Someone's gotta,
Jessica.
right?
Maybe we'll talk to our friends, Castle Life Creations.
Maybe
'cause
someone can do us a favor.
She's apt to go.
Hmm.
Right.
Jess, that's all you.
Yeah. Are you still talking to her, Jess?
Help a brother out.
Yeah, I do. I actually just got. She started selling like really nice fanny packs. And
Oh yeah, I saw those. They're really cute.
Yeah. So
Oh.
I got one of her fanny packs. And it came, I think, last week. I think it arrived. And they're really cute and they're really big. Like they're really nice. And she just had a sale this morning for them, and she offered free embroidering. So
Oh.
people could get like their names embroidered on it. And I was like, gosh darn it, like if I just would have waited one more week,
Oh, yeah.
I could have had my name embroidered on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
Okay.
So yeah, she's still doing it, and I did ask her, I messaged her about being on the 200th episode.
Yeah.
But she was busy and she didn't get back to me in time, but she felt bad that she couldn't get on.
Oh, no worries.
Oh, same with Marcy, too. She messaged me saying that sorry she got delayed with stuff, but she wishes us a happy 200th and looks forward to another
that's
one.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't wait to have her back on.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, speaking of that, I think Seth may have mentioned something to us. Oh, yeah, actually, now there's a good time. Seth did mention something. He did send me a message, and I will read it now. Sorry I missed the 200th episode. Sometimes life gets busy. Congratulations on 200 episodes. I can't believe I have been 8 years. He probably means I can't believe it's been 8 years. I am happy to say I've listened to every single one. Your show is the only truth-telling Disney podcast I have found.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother. The fact that you don't just read the Disney press release and repeat the Disney talking points and give actual thoughtful opinions makes your show compelling. I love to hear your opinions, especially when I don't agree with them. It helps give me some perspective that I never thought of. I've been lucky enough to be on the show a handful of times and meet y'all in person. And he said, y'all, that isn't me talking. And meet y'all in person in the park for the opening day of an attraction. Yes, you did, Seth. It was an unforgettable experience that I will never forget. You are great people, and I'm happy to call myself part of the LTP family. Seth, a.k.a. Skittle Muffin.
Skittle Muffin.
P.S. It's great to have Jess back on the show. You help create the conflict that makes the show great. Don't worry. Don't worry. I won't tell anyone you love Rise of the Resistance and Star Wars.
He was there. He saw your face when you came off.
Yeah, he did. He sure did.
Yeah.
That's
Then,
awesome.
Yep.
and then, Becky, it's great to hear you on the show. Keep up the great contributions.
Thank you, brother, man.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you, bro.
Seth.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing that in or commenting on that, Seth. That was a really fun day. Something I'll bring up, and only Seth and I know this, was that after we got our boarding pass, I may have told this story already, but we got a boarding pass. We were all happy and everything. We went on. Got coffee or something. We ended up going on Haunted Mansion a little bit later.
Yep.
Well, it was right then that our boarding pass came on. And Udi didn't know. And I said, Seth, don't you say a damn thing to Udi right now, because if we do, he's going to, again, we had just gotten through the stretching room. We were walking to the dune buggies, and that's when it happened.
Yep.
And he patted me on the shoulder. And he goes, dude, look, we can board now. I go, okay, do not say anything to Udi because he's going to bull rush out of here. Do not say. And so, but as soon as we're done, just go, oh, okay, I guess what? You've got our boarding pass. So that is what happened. And we did make our way over there, and the rest is history.
Yeah. That was a really good day.
Yeah.
That was a really fun day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tiring. Very tiring. But
Tiring, yeah, for sure. But one of those days where a lot of stuff could have gone wrong, but everything actually went right. So
You know how many times I've told people quite a few times when they talk about Rise, and I said, yeah, it was their opening day, and they all go like, cool, wow, really? I'm like,
yeah.
We're their opening day, and he was like, man, that's so awesome. We were like within the first, few million people to ride that bad boy.
Was it 40?
Can you imagine if we would have been like the first boarding group? Like
Oh,
the first
dude,
people to ride it.
Oh man, I would have been like, we're going. I would have been running. You all would have seen me running. I'd be like, we're going. Yep, insane. What a great day.
Yeah, great. Yep,
Yeah.
yep, great day. All right. Well, with that, let's head on over to the news.
You listen to me now. You are talking about things that you do not understand.
Okay. Actually, quickly before we go to the news, Jess, when was the last time you were at the park?
Valentine's Day.
So Phantasmic was not running then, right? They opened, was that May?
Not yet, no.
Okay. So you have not seen it in the person yet? The new
Not in person, no.
But you've seen POV video of it?
I'll watch it live on TikTok like twice a week.
Okay, so
I know there's always people there.
So then you must like it then. This new version. Okay. Okay. Again,
It's still Phantasmic though. I mean, to an extent.
It is, and the changes that they made, and the fact that they got rid of pirates and brought back Peter Pan.
Is that
I didn't know, and so I was like jumping up and down. I was so excited for that because as cool as the pirates were, that pirate scene. There's just the nostalgia of Peter Pan, and just hearing that audio is just amazing. So what they did with Maleficent, I don't approve of. They could have done so much more, and I just feel like they went lazy. So, yeah, that's just my personal opinion.
Did they alter your monkeys?
No. Well, no. They took away my original ones, and they did not bring my original ones back.
Oh, no. No.
What can you do, though?
What can you do? But it's good that it's back. I mean, it'll get better, I think. Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to know that because I had never talked to you about that yet. But
yeah.
Do you plan on seeing it in September?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, cool. You gonna get a dining package or no?
Probably.
Are you gonna go with Shannon? Is Shannon gonna go with you?
No, John's gonna go with me. He wants to go. I've turned a non-Disney lover into a. I wish we could go to Disneyland today.
Oh.
Kind of like this morning, he even said, he goes, you know what? He goes, riding pirates right now would be a lot of fun. And I was like, I've turned a non-Disney lover into a Disney lover, and he'll deny it to the T. But the other day he was like, oh, these are my Disneyland shoes. And I was like,
jeez.
I was like, you're done, man.
You're done. Committed.
It's like, if you say you've got Disneyland shoes, I said you are one of us.
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
Oh man.
I often do that. I'll text my daughters or even you guys when it's like, I don't know, it'd be like 7:00 at night or something and the sun's going down. I go, wouldn't the park be awesome right now?
Yep.
I do that, and it's like, it's like that's what I think about. I'm like, oh my gosh, the park would be so fun right now.
I actually felt that this morning. I went to Trader Joe's super early, but there was kind of a brisk, like a little breeze.
Yeah.
And it made me feel like fall vibes at Disneyland.
Yes.
And I just thought, oh man, I wish I was there, like feeling this.
Yes. I did not feel that this morning, but I know exactly what you're talking about. And it hits me like that fairly often. Yeah. Okay. Well, Let's go to the first news item. Tiana's Bayou Adventure makeovers cost over $142 million, a report says. The twin transformations of Splash Mountain at Disneyland and Disney World could be the most costly ride updates in Disney history, according to Forbes. The cost of converting Splash Mountain to Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and from now on, this is called TBA, right?
TBA.
Yeah.
At Disneyland and Walt Disney World could be one of the most expensive ride updates in Disney history. I just said that. Forbes estimate the total spent on TBA over the past 4 years at a little over 142 million. I saw other reports that actually had it a little closer to 150.
Yep.
Making it back could take a lot longer than that, according to Forbes. TBA officially opened in late June in Florida's Magic Kingdom and is set to debut later this year at Disneyland in the former Splash Mountain attraction at both parks. Forbes reporter Caroline Reed, who covers the movie and theme park industries, focuses on the cost of bringing dream worlds to life. The cost of converting Disney's twin Splash Mountain in Anaheim and Orlando, based on Walt Disney's Imagineering cost estimates for creating Adventures Campus, was $404 million, and updating Star Tours $71 million at Disneyland Paris, according to Reed. $71 million for Star and what? Okay.
What did they do?
I have no, and that's at Disneyland Paris. I have no idea what they did there. TBA at the Magic Kingdom has been beset by a confusing premise for the ride.
Yep.
Negative publicity related to on-ride videos released by Disney and ride breakdowns leading to angry social media posts by fans, according to Reed. The reputational damage of this debacle is incalculable, and that alone can make it one of the most costly theme park rides in Disney's history.
Not wrong. Not wrong.
Yes, that is that story. That's really expensive for what they've done. Is it just the cost of where we are in today?
Well, when I read that, I had multiple opinions as to why. I kind of figured like Mark's going to ask this question, but
based on construction?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm always curious about construction stuff.
And to be 100% real, it's in my opinion, it's not one factor. It's a multiple layered. But predominantly, I'm going to lay the feet still at the feet of Disney management.
Okay.
Because when they're going to go through this is not something that is a fly by night plan. And if you do that, then you wind up getting what we got. If that makes sense.
Right.
So if you're not planning appropriately, then you won't execute appropriately. So if we're gonna retheme it, we're gonna do, they're gonna take the time to develop the story, the ride through, and do all the things, then once you do that, like this is what we want to accomplish. And then, they got to go back to the old school way of doing it, like Walt did it. It's like, then they come with their ideas, and then you need that strong hand to go like, no, yes, no, yes. I don't think they have enough of that. They have creative minds, and they have creative people, and very ingenious people. But what I think they're lacking is a strong hand to guide that completely. So it's becoming disjointed. So once you do that, then you're going to have, we're going to change it here. We got to change it there. Because it wasn't thoroughly thought through.
You mean too many chefs in the kitchen sort of thing?
I think I don't think it's too many of them. I think there's no chef in the kitchen, if that makes sense.
Well, and kind of like, have you seen the meme of Oprah? Like, you get a gift.
Yeah.
Kind of like, your idea is good. Your idea is good. Your idea is good. Let's make it work, instead of somebody saying, hey, that idea, it's good, but it doesn't work.
Yeah.
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 Or your idea sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and I think this is the culture that Disney has built in the company. And you can tell because it spreads across all platforms if you look at it now. The overall delivery of the products has been meh for the most part. And that's because when you have meh, it's because it's all vanilla, right? So it's bland, it's plain, because then the most people, like, they're, how could I put it? It's easier for people to consume, right? That's the way they're looking at it. But what they're forgetting is that you have to go through the toil to actually develop something good. If people are going to get drawn into things, it's not a surface level thing. This is where we continue to go. So this is all management. So because of that, then you run into the failures of, like, we'll go with Haunted Mansion. That should have been open a while ago, I think. But there's delays that happen. There are going to be real world issues, and we have them.
Sure.
Like I've told you about the jobs that I've been on.
Right.
It should have been open already, but
Yeah.
there are real world issues that happen. But again, that to me, 90% of the time falls on the management and the leadership direction.
Yeah.
Who's in charge? So to me, that's what this is. So it's a mix of bad management, supply chain, and probably personnel issues. So yeah, but we all have them.
Yeah.
We all have them. Anything that is in my field, which I kind of loosely tie into this kind of stuff because it's kind of a general thing. You have tradesmen, you have artisans, you have a management, a construction class, and you have all these people that it doesn't matter what we're building, we're still building, right? We're still doing the same nuts and bolts frame up. And it's the facade, the outsides, and that are going to be the big difference. With the nuts and bolts of a building are going to be very, very, very similar.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. So if you don't have the right people doing that, it's just going to fall apart and becomes a big exercise in futility.
Yeah. But this isn't Disney's first rodeo, and I figured they would have had a better planning for this stuff.
And that's why I'm laying. That's why I'm laying the blame most of this at management, because it's their job.
Yeah.
To point to create the vision, and to point the ship in that direction, and make sure the rudder stays true.
Yeah.
And with no worry or concern about somebody's feelings or, well, they may get mad. I mean, obviously you're going to take the human factor into account, but at the end of the day, it's either the human factor or the project, and which one are you going to pick? And if you don't pick the right one, you get this weird garbled mess. And this is what I'm saying. Let me put it this way, okay? This is going to be, I'll tie it in, I swear.
Okay.
I swear I'll tie it in. I started on a pure lark, started watching one of these docuseries. And you know what's about?
Was it on Disney Plus?
No, it's on Netflix.
Oh, I don't know.
The Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's up in my feed. I haven't seen that yet. Is it good?
It's good. Now, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because this directly ties into it. You have these people, these women and they're talking about the legacy, and I'm drawing comparisons as I'm watching this, and this is part of the reason why I got kind of pulled in, because I started drawing comparisons between Disney and them. And this is why, because you have in that organization people who were there with the originator, right?
Yeah.
And they came in and they set the vision.
Sure.
And then they had people who come up through the ranks being cheerleaders, now in charge of that direction of that organization, right? They have legacies and all this, like, stuff I had no idea about. But then I'm like, oh, no, this makes sense, because in Disney, they have the same thing. You have the family, you have Imagineers, and you have kind of a legacy that you're building, right?
Right.
And you bring people up in the system, and they stay true to the system.
Mm-hmm.
They have people in that system that they're looking at them, and they're a legacy, like mom and then daughter and then that kind of thing, like direct legacies. And they're like, we're going to have to cut her. Like they look at the human factor and go like, we love you, but we cannot do anything to sacrifice the legacy of the franchise. And this is where I'd draw in the ties. This is where I feel Disney has flopped. Okay. Because now they're worried about the people, and they need to be, but they're doing that to the detriment of the legacy.
Yeah, there needs to be some sort of hierarchy.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
So people need to either adhere to that legacy, and rightly so, listening to the cheerleaders on there talking about it, they fully understand the legacy, and they're bought into, they're part of the legacy. They're not, the legacy is me. It's I'm part of that legacy. And this is the weirdness that I think too many people, and Disney has allowed this to happen, is that it's no longer become the legacy of Walt and the company. It's now become the legacy of these people.
Right.
We can go with anybody running the, like Bob Iger is the classic example of this.
Yeah.
In my mind.
That he doesn't care about the legacy?
No, he cares about his legacy.
Oh, sure, yeah.
He doesn't care about the company legacy and what's been built. He cares about his legacy. You can go to Kathleen Kennedy. You can go down in Lucasfilm. The writers, the guy, what's the name, Hidalgo. These people have been so manicured and guided to be like, no, you're the most important part. It's like, no, you're an important cog. And people hate to hear that, but it's the reality of it. it's having a better understanding of the bigger picture.
Yeah.
So Walt Disney Company has been around for 100 years.
Right.
You don't do that without having a certain level of stringent guidelines and willingness to adhere and follow in Walt's legacy.
Right, but I think Jess, you could actually speak to that. I mean, you're the only one in this group that actually has worked for Walt Disney Company. I mean, you had like a full day of training on that, right? At least.
Yeah, I mean, we had, before like you even got into like attractions.
Yeah, when you get hired on, don't you have to go some sort of like legacy training or something?
Yeah, you do. It's a full day of that, and then you have like your welcome to that's when they like break you up and from because you like do the legacy training with everybody, anybody that's in dining, janitorial, characters, like everybody does that together, and then they break you up.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. This is the problem. And
you're saying that maybe it's a little lax these days.
Exactly what I'm saying, because it comes out. It comes out. The reasons why you had Disneyland at the highest standards because they set the standard and held them there.
Sure. Yeah.
And they didn't say, "Hey, no, we need to take care of the people." They do that to an extent, but not so. With the story, that's our next story. We'll highlight this because they're failing on many levels. This is what I'm saying.
Okay.
All these things are tied in. This is what I keep on saying. There's no one thing. And this is when I automatically flip and point at the problem.
Yeah.
It's the guy in the C-suite.
Yeah, it is.
The guy in the C-suite. It's the guy in the C-suite.
Sure it is.
I don't care what you want to say. And I'm going to say this one more time, and I will keep on saying it. I think we need to make a T-shirt out of it. It says, it's called Disneyland, not Igerland. Because it's not. Bob Iger, this is not your company. This is Walt Disney's company.
Right.
I think
I'm about to get pissed. I'm about to get pissed. Oh, my
Have some of your liquid death.
Oh,
I
need more than that.
This is something that a lot of companies face because when you have the person who started it all and then everybody who's working with them directly, they know the vision, they know the reason you're there, and they have that personal connection. And the person who started it only kind of keeps people around who want to continue that same vision. But then when you get further and further away of people who work directly, I think it makes it even more important to have somebody who brings those core values back, or it's very important to them to have those core values. Otherwise, you get something like this where people kind of lose sight of that. So I don't even think that Imagineers are necessarily having ill intentions or not wanting to story tell good, but they're not as affected by Walt or his vision. I don't know. Does that make sense? Or did I just...
No, you're completely accurate. I mean, that's kind of what
makes sense.
Yeah, right? I mean, like I said, Jess, you sat in those meetings and in those trainings, so I know from what you've told me, I know that was intense, but all I'm doing, I have nothing like quote unquote evidentiary or factual to support my thought, right? Because people are like, what's your evidence? But I'm going to go, my evidence is look at the park.
Yeah.
And look at what's going on. And then that, to me, I don't care if I can prove to you that the car is falling apart. But when the wheels are coming off and the engine's blown up and the smoke billowing out the back, what's your evidence? Look at it.
Sure.
And this is where we're at. Look at it. And it's nowhere near what we had in the past, and we all know that. And this is the one thing that we all can identify. We've all been going to the park forever, and we can all talk about the things that we've noticed, and we have been for a long time.
Yeah.
So, no, I don't have any direct evidence, but, man, I can tell you that the smoke's pouring out the back of the car right now, and something ain't right.
Sure.
I do also wonder what their intended budget is. Like, did they go over their budget?
Oh,
I'm 100%.
I'm sure they did.
100%.
And I'd be curious to know what those are, because I have no knowledge in this field, but just hearing that price, my initial thought is, why didn't they just build something from the ground up? I mean, would that have been even more astronomical, or?
Probably not.
Probably not.
But I mean, there's, I guess, no reason to go back to it because this is what it is.
Yeah.
But that's why I would be curious to know what was their budget, what led them to go so far Is it the cost of business? Is it where we're at?
Well-
Is it misdirection?
Well, definitely. I think, like I said,
It's
I'll just go
COVID,
back.
Eddie. It's all
It's all COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I really think it is a multi-issue, multifaceted issue, and I think, but at the end of the day, it falls on leadership. No matter where we are in the world, no matter how the different levels that we work at, the different things we do for a living.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes right down to it, leadership is the one who is in charge of this and responsible.
Yeah.
We all have the people that we all get in there and we all do our work, but at the end of the day, it's leadership.
Yeah.
And that is the problem with Disney right now. It's been now for a hot minute, and this is where we are. And like I said, and then like our next story is going to just continue to compound
All right.
that
Well,
point.
let's get to the next story then.
Yeah.
'Cause people are waiting.
You all know me. I could go on this forever.
Do I need to put another timer on you, Edie?
No.
Okay, because
I didn't like that. I felt really like
constricted.
Constricted and put in a box.
You felt like you weren't able to say everything you normally say.
Because I would have been there for another 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Ask my
okay.
brother.
Okay. Well, your brother said I need to like wrangle you in sometimes, and he did say that.
Oh, I know he
Okay.
does. He always says. We'll be in the middle of Amanda's show and you give me a look like I know, because
I
he
know.
sits right next to me and he looks
Yeah.
at me like he does everything but give me that whole like wind it up sign with a hand.
Okay. Disneyland cast members vote to authorize strike. It was announced late Friday evening that a strike authorization has been approved by cast members represented by the Disney Workers Rising union organization. In a post on Instagram, Disney Workers Rising announced that 99% of cast members were represented by the union voted yes to an unfair labor practices strike authorization. The vote does not mean cast members are currently on strike, only that they have the ability to if, according to the group, Disney continues to silence cast members and prevent us from getting the contract we deserve. Disney Workers Rising, I don't like saying that, says that a strike is always a last resort, and that they plan to continue negotiations with Disney on Monday and Tuesday, if that was a previous week, in an attempt to come to an agreement. There's a lot of stuff going on here. I don't want to read all this nonsense. But there is an update on there. Disney unions reached a tentative contract agreement averting strike. Yeah, Disneyland unions and Disney negotiators have reached a tentative contract agreement seeking higher pay for ride operators, store clerks, ticket takers, and other workers that narrowly avoided a strike at the Anaheim theme park. Master Services Council, which represents 14,000 Disneyland employees from 4 unions, announced on Wednesday, July 24th, its union bargaining committee will recommend the agreement to Disney cast members, Disney parlance for workers. Cast members have fought hard for the past 4 months, and this tentative agreement would not have been possible without the strength all showed throughout this process and the unwavering support from guests and community members. Basically, they've got a new contract that's on the table. It's a 3-year contract, including significant wage increase and seniority premiums, while also addressing attendance policy. Yeah, so that's really what that is. So I'm not sure that's been agreed, but that's actually in the first level has been agreed upon.
Right.
Whatever. I mean, I'm glad that they've done that. I think they should be getting more. For what I don't know what they're getting now, but I'm mostly concerned that they have the right, like, I don't know, coverage for like healthcare and 401ks and things like that. And
Well, we've often said it, and we I mean, in my opinion, will never change that the cast members are the lifeblood of that park, and then by extension, the lifeblood of the company. So the mere fact that they have gotten to this point where they had to threaten to strike is very telling. Now, mind you, though, there is a little bit of a caveat to that. I also know there's a lot of people out there that don't want to work hard. So you have
You've
that
got
level
that.
in there, right? There is that. But that being said, they're a minority. Most of the people that I work with and know around are good, hardworking people that just want to make their way. And if they feel they're being treated unfairly, they absolutely have the right to fight for it.
Yeah.
So to me, this is another failure of leadership because Disney is not like, hey, it's a big corporation, right?
Mm-hmm.
The last time they threatened or even had a strike was, 40 years ago, I think it was?
Gee, I don't know.
It's been a while.
Wow.
But that's what I'm saying. Walt Disney Company is not has never. Well, how do I put this? Walt Disney Company is not immune from strikes. They've had it in the past. They've had threats of it in the past. But in this moment in time, it's telling of what is going on in the company.
Mm-hmm.
Again, these are all the things that we can point to. No direct evidence, but it's like, hey, there's enough here to kind of go like, what's going on? So this is where I sit with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, these are the people who make your experience great, and those are the things that people remember, how you're treated when you're going into an attraction, people who are greeting you, who are maybe in these smaller type positions. They really do make up the park. And then I might be totally off base on this, but something else I think of is if you're feeling like you're not being treated fairly and you're in a more entry-level position, you're not going to want to grow through the company. Like, think about Philander. Whenever we talked to him, he mentioned that he started in ticket sales.
Yeah.
What if he had been like, well, I'm not being treated fairly, I'm going to go somewhere else, and now you don't have this great person who is such a reflection of what Disney should be. I don't know, it doesn't feel right to me.
I think you bring up a really good point there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and then and this is the kind of thing we look at Jess being a former cast member. I know how she is with people. And I remember, Jess, when you were going to go down and you applied for it, what did I tell you? I'm like, absolutely, you deserve to be there. Like, you're what needs to be in that park. And that's the type of people. I mean, for everybody, I mean, you guys all know and love Jess, but having her around, like, in person and watching how she talks to people in person is something to watch. It really is. Because she's the type of person who knows how to talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just knows how to talk to people. It can be anybody she just met 20 seconds ago or known for 20 years, and she knows how to talk to them.
It's even better when that person leaves and then she continues to talk about them.
Yeah, that's true.
That's right.
Yeah. But the point is like, I know, just because I know Jess, at every time she was on Storybook and every boat ride that she took,
Mm-hmm.
I know how she was.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying people like her and the people who run the park, these are the people that need to be there, need to be taken care of, period.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I definitely didn't make enough money, that's for sure.
I know you didn't.
Well,
I know you didn't.
If you're not making enough money where you can't even make ends meet to live down there.
And I couldn't, I worked as much as I could. And, if it wasn't for my aunt and uncle that, put me up in an apartment and they took care of the rent every single month because she wanted me to live out my dream and they could afford to do it. So, I was part-time because everyone's part-time, but they don't let you're always on call, so they don't want you to have a second job because you're always on call. I was making $9.03 an hour, part-time.
Yeah, but that was how long ago now?
It was 2009.
Yep. Not that long. I mean,
No.
think about that, yeah.
15 years ago?
Yeah. $9 an hour. So for everybody, like, listen to that. And again, these are the people who run that and operate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that they have an agreement and
End of day, that is the good news. Hopefully it gets ratified and everybody's happy.
Sure.
And they continue to do that. But
Yeah, and I guess we can recognize it is hard to do business in California right now in general.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gavin. I mean,
so yeah, it's a mess.
It is. Let's talk about some happier things,
Yes,
which
we need
is
something happier.
here we go.
Hungry Bear Restaurant to get Country Bear Jamboree theming and new menu. The Hungry Bear Restaurant at Disneyland has closed for a major refurbishment, and it's now been confirmed to receive a Country Bear Jamboree theme and new menu. They have a new logo and sign, which is going to go up soon. The restaurant will now be known as the Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree and will feature music from the various iterations of the Country Bear Jamboree. The menu will be inspired by the regional barbecue dishes the Country Bears discovered while on tour. This new re-theme comes right after the grand opening of the Country Bear Musical Jamboree in the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World. This updated version of the beloved show features country renditions of hit Disney songs such as Try Everything from Zootopia, Kiss the Girl from Little Mermaid, and You've Got a Friend in Me from Toy Story, just to name a few. The area surrounding the Hungry Bear restaurant, including parts of New Orleans Square and the entirety of Critter Country, had been undergoing refurbishment as well as anticipation for the opening of the new Haunted Mansion Q and gift shop and TBA. Access to areas of the park past Harbor Galley are currently blocked off by construction walls and completely inaccessible to guests. Country Bear representation has increased in Disneyland Resort over the past few months, with a Big Al statue being placed in the Grizzly Peak area of DCA back in May. The Country Bear Jamboree opened in Disneyland Resort March 4th, 1972. It was located at a space where the main adventure of Winnie the Pooh sits today. The attraction closed September 9th of 2001. So that's what we've got going on right now.
I'm super excited.
I am stoked. I'm happy. But I do want to say, because this is the LTP, I do need to complain for a second.
Okay.
This is why Splash Mountain should have been like the Country Bear, like backwoods splashdown. And not because it's a completely, I mean, not with, I mean, I'm not going to be opening this can of worms, but TBA does have some baggage with it.
Yeah.
For sure. And it's going to cause conflict, as it already has been. This would have not caused any conflict.
Nothing.
Who's going to complain about bears?
I would have.
Yeah. Because you weren't represented?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, oh, yes, right. Yeah, actually, I'm an advocate for polar bears. Where are the polar bears?
I know.
Why aren't the polar bears part of this?
What about the pandas and the koalas, man?
Well, pandas are a koala.
Dude, just go with it.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know all the bears. Where's there? Is there a grizzly bear?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is there a black bear? I'm not going to go down that one. Or a brown bear?
Brown bear. Yeah.
Or what other bear? There's quite a few bears. But definitely there were no polar bears. And why weren't they represented?
They need to be.
I know. That pissed me off.
By going by certain people's logic, Disney needs to represent everybody.
There's another bear I'm thinking of that doesn't. Anyways, but no, I mean, I was trying to be funny. But no, this. If they're going to do this, then they missed a really good opportunity to tie in Splash Mountain and do a bear theme, and not TBA. Okay, I mean,
in my perfect world, I think what I would have rather seen is something Country Bear themed as well, and then add something Tiana, but do it kind of like the Ratatouille ride in Epcot, where it's that restaurant theme, and you kind of take that same style ride and do something like that for Tiana.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely, for sure. And that would have been great.
And people are going crazy for Country Bears right now at Walt Disney World. I mean, they always have.
Yeah.
But I've heard really good things about the updates.
Oh, yeah. But I'm glad that this is coming. This is a nice nod to the past, and I'm very curious to see what the menu is going to be. And we will definitely ask Jay to go there and give us his full review of what this is. I don't think it's going to be the same style as we had with Big Thunder Ranch Barbecue, because that was a whole different element.
I wish.
I know.
Right when I heard it, that's what I wanted. But
I know.
That's okay.
But this is a step in the right direction, and I'm glad they're doing it. And yeah, all right.
I wonder if we'll see a Fantasmic package as well.
I think we will, as we already have one for the Hungry Bear now. I'm sure we will. Yeah.
I still will never do them. That's okay.
Well, Jess will do what you do the Blue Bayou one, right, Jess?
Yeah, we do Blue Bayou.
Well, she's a big spender. She can afford it now with her new contract.
High roller.
Yeah.
I feel like she might make more in her contract than I do.
Oh well, don't get any ideas, Becky. Don't you guys start to unionize and strike over there?
I know, right, man?
Yeah, right.
One step at a time, everybody. Calm down.
Yes. Okay.
Oh man.
Becky's already got like contract renegotiations.
I was gonna make a joke. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah. The next news item is Disney commemorates 69th anniversary with $69 ticket offer for Anaheim residents. It's been 25 years since you could buy a one-day ticket to Disneyland for $69, but Anaheim residents can do exactly that this summer under an offer released Wednesday in honor of Disneyland's 69th anniversary. The Anaheim Resort ticket offer went on sale this week. and is valid for visits between August 5th and September 26th of this year, 2024. The one-day, one-park ticket offers admission to either Disneyland or DCA for just $70 a person, ages 3 and older. The catch is that you need to be a resident of the city of Anaheim to take advantage of this offer. Disney says the offer is to thank you for being great neighbors and comes 2 months after the Anaheim City Council approved zoning changes which clear the way for Disney to begin a $1.9 billion expansion of Disneyland Resort. If you don't happen to live in the eligible zip codes for the Anaheim Resort offer, you can still take advantage of the 3-day Disneyland ticket offer for travel through September 26th. So they still do have a 3-day ticket offer. And that's still going to be $149 for people ages 3 to 9 and $250 for guests that are 10 and older. Anyways, there are still some deals for the huge SoCal residents, but the Anaheim residents get a little extra special perk, which I think is great for them.
I do too. I love that. I think you should have a community that feels proud to have you in it.
Yeah.
And I think that's a step to give that.
Yep, for sure. Abso-freaking-lutely, as Jess would say. Okay.
Well, here.
The bearer of good news over
No, totally. This is actually the right thing to do, and we've always said it. When Disney does right, they need to be applauded. Good job, Disney. Like,
yeah,
they got to recognize that.
Wait a minute, I might have the applause button right here.
Oh, good job, Disney. Good job.
There you go.
Yeah. So because literally, the acknowledgement of the community and that it's a locals park is incredibly important. They need to do everything they can because we'll go without going into it. We all know that Disney is not where it needs to be and where it has been in the past.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go to the stock. It's at $90 now. You cannot.
Is it?
Yeah. You cannot look at that and go like, "Oh, the company's fine."
Mm-hmm.
And again, we say the park is lifeblood, especially Disneyland and Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So yes, absolutely, they need to do more of this because they need to start bridging that gap again because they have hurt the brand, and they've hurt the relationship with the faithful.
Yeah.
And these are all steps in the right direction. Now, if they can start expanding that out and find more creative ways, this is when they need more creativity in figuring stuff out. So this is good, very good, very, very good step in the right direction. Yeah. I know it's temporary and whatever, but it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still some sort of way to give back.
Yeah, for sure.
Or, not necessarily give back, but to make it more affordable for people.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so actually at the end of the news, but I have 2 other things I want to bring up. First thing, the company stuff. I think some things are changing with their films. I think Disney has had a couple wins with Inside Out 2, which I actually happened to go see that a couple weeks ago.
What did you think?
I thought it was brilliant.
Jess, have you seen that yet?
Yeah.
What do you think?
No.
Okay, no. I'm curious as to why.
Wait, you just thought,
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't care for it.
Oh.
Why though? I'm curious.
I don't want to get into. No.
What, do you not want to get angry?
I don't want to get angry. It's too early.
Okay.
Isn't that one of the emotions?
It's one of them, yeah.
Okay.
It was just some of the emotions that they introduced. I did not agree with.
Like anxiety, is that your main one?
Yeah,
no, I get you. You and I, we can talk about this later. I think we talk about it a little bit. We did a little bit before. We talked about it.
I think they did a great job with that one because it actually made me anxious to have that person talk.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, you need to shut that person up.
Well, it's also, I think what they did well with that is because I was worried about it too. Yeah. But I was worried that they were going to let it win, and they actually showed that it's a bad thing. But
yes,
I do have my critiques with it. I do.
But overall, the fact is that is one of the highest grossing films that they've done, if not the highest that they've done. And that's a win for them.
Caveat to that.
Okay.
When they report that number,
yeah,
they never take into inflation and they don't look at seat counts. So that's a blanket. That's a blanket thing.
Okay, but definitely better than Wish.
Oh yeah, no, definitely
Turning Red or whatever.
Better than anything they've put out in the last probably how many years now?
Yeah.
Probably since Moana.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And that's coming out again, right?
Maybe Encanto. But
Encanto.
Well, Jess loves Encanto. I still don't know why.
I love
See, there you go.
We don't talk about Encanto.
No, we don't.
Well, and I think Encanto might have been during the pandemic, so you couldn't go see it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I don't remember it though. I can't remember. I think.
But I think these are wins for them, and why I say that's good is because this might take some of the pressure off the parks to be carrying the weight of the company. When these movies start generating money, you don't think so, Eddie?
No, I don't want to be the black pill. Go for it.
Okay, well, it just seems to me it's nice that they're doing some getting some wins. I mean, believe me, I don't have a lot of sympathy for them, but my thing is, I would rather the money that the parks generate goes into the parks and expands the parks and the cast members as well as opposed to funding every single other vehicle they have in the company. So it's nice when they get this going with the films and the juggernaut that opened up on Tuesday or Thursday night with Deadpool and Wolverine, which I think is going to be crazy. I think after Monday they're going to hear that. I think that's going to generate tens of millions of dollars.
The expectation is 1.2 to 1.4 billion.
Oh, well, that's more than
worldwide.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay. And see, that's another thing is this Marvel thing, which I wanted to bring up, is that I thought this was Marvel's kind of sort of dead in the water a little bit. But now we've got yesterday or Friday with Comic-Con with Avengers and then Avengers Secret Invasion coming out.
Avengers Doomsday and then Avengers Secret Invasion.
So they are thinking about stuff and bringing some things back, which is good. But I'll just say right now, between you and I think it's absolutely asinine that Robert Downey Jr. is playing Dr. Doom. Why is that guy? Isn't that Tony Stark?
Okay.
I mean, is it stupid?
Okay, here it is right now.
Becky wanted to ask me.
Like you just spoke a foreign language.
Yeah,
and I'm trying to decode
but
it.
Jess is all the way in. But Jess, you're fully in. You know what we're talking about, aren't you?
Becky
yeah,
told.
he's daddy, so we're all the way in.
Yeah.
I know. Jess saw our RDJ and was like, "Oh yeah, all right, no, okay."
I was so excited yesterday.
I know. Weren't you happy? I know you saw them and went like, "Oh." I know.
Yeah, I was really happy, and listening to the crowd erupt when he took that mask off was just like it was so cool.
Yep. But let me say this, and then you're gonna have to come back in a couple years, in about 4.
Okay.
And we're gonna replay this. He's not gonna be Doomsday.
Okay.
He's not gonna be Dr. Doom. I mean, he will be Dr. Doom, but he's not gonna be Dr. Doom. He's gonna be Iron Man. He will end up being Iron Man. He is Iron Man. Disney, no.
Feige.
Again, this is the problem with the company. But Feige, and this is where the benefit is actually coming in. Feige is finally recognizing that I have a legacy that I want to leave behind.
Yeah.
And he's realizing, like, what we've been doing with Marvel isn't good. So I need to and this is what I find so fascinating about the whole thing. He's realizing that he needs to correct what's been going on. And what does he do when he realizes it? He goes back to the bread and butter, back to the reason why people fell in love. You can talk about the Avengers, the whole run of the movies of the MCU, all phases 1 through 4,
which actually Becky does often,
and so does Jess.
Yes.
So. But you can go back there and you can go. What were the staples? There were 2.
Iron Man
and Cap.
Yeah.
Everybody else were great piece characters in there. I mean, you had Thor, you had the Black Panther, you had all and Black Widow, but they were all ancillary characters. The main crux and the main friction that happened through that whole arc was the friction between Cap and Iron Man.
Yeah.
The only other thing that would be even better is if they brought back Chris Evans as Captain America. The moment that happens, if they do that, you will see my head explode out of excitement because by far...
I thought you hated Chris Evans.
No, I hate Chris Evans.
Yeah.
I love Captain America.
You like Steve Rogers.
Yes, I love that character. I'm a smart person. I can delineate between the actor and the character. Oh. So...
That's rare.
That's very rare. Yeah.
But... if they do that, so this is what I find, like I said, infinitely fascinating. Is that they go back to Robert Downey Jr. And then they go like, well, we can't just introduce him as Iron Man, can we? Because we'd be like, I mean, people would still be stoked.
Yeah.
But how do you add that in there? I'm going to tell you this right now. He's going to be Doctor Doom, but he's not Doctor Doom. He's going to be Tony Stark. He is Tony Stark. He is Iron Man. There is no way you recast him and put him in there. You can't do it.
Well, okay, then you must have some insight on it because I go,
It is a feeling.
Okay.
It is a feeling. And this goes back to the fact that looking at the moves that Marvel has been doing, Kevin Feige is realizing that the path that they're on isn't working. Sadly, unlike Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy is her head firmly implanted.
Did Feige have anything to do with the Deadpool and Wolverine?
Kind of.
Okay.
Kind of, because it's under the Marvel umbrella, but mostly that was handled by Ryan Reynolds, his production company, and his team.
Okay.
The reason why I said Kevin Feige is actually realizing because he's bringing back the Russo brothers.
Yeah.
That alone tells you massively that he realizes, like, nope, these guys actually know how to handle these characters in this franchise,
right,
in an appropriate way that will get people excited once again.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Do you guys does the Marvel stuff move the needle at all for either of you two?
What was it?
Does the Marvel movies, does the Marvel franchise move the needle at all for either of you two?
I like them. I'm gonna go see the Deadpool Wolverine.
Okay.
So I probably need to give some a chance. I've seen Spider-Man, and
which
it
one?
was fine.
Which one?
I've seen. I think I've seen. Well, I saw the ones back in the day with
Tobey Maguire.
What's his name? Yeah, Tobey Maguire.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've seen the newest ones with I don't know that guy's name, but he's like a young kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't see the middle ones.
That's fine. You don't need to see those with Andrew Garfield. Those were good too, but those were different. Andrew Garfield. Those were good too, but they were different.
They're
did
different.
Try to watch Iron Man kind of recently, and I think I disappointed my husband because he was super excited and I fell asleep.
Oh. Okay.
I think it could have just been like one of those tired days. So I would be willing to give it a chance. If you guys think I need to watch something, I will watch it.
Well,
and I'll give you my honest opinion. But it's not what I typically would go for.
Then I'm going to recommend one movie, and it happens to be my favorite one.
Okay,
it would be the second
the
Captain America Winter Soldier. The second Captain America film.
Okay.
That one, to me, is the epitome of Marvel movies. Okay. You were saying that you would watch that?
Yeah, I was just saying I think I would enjoy Deadpool by the sounds of it.
Oh, yeah. So I know Udi recommended Winter Soldier, but I'm going to recommend two that you're just going to, you don't have to know anything. And Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You don't have to know. In fact, we don't know much about these characters at all, but you're going to go, these guys are like hilarious. It's a completely different nonsense story.
Yep.
And the characters are very likable, and you're going to laugh. And then Deadpool is a completely different fork in the whole thing. He's such a different character than what you would think.
Well, the main thing with Deadpool, though, and you got to remember, is that they weren't really part of that. He was never a part of it. So Guardians played into the overarch of the MCU. Deadpool never did.
Until Wolverine.
No, Wolverine. No, or.
But that's for some we. That is the first time we see Deadpool.
No,
Wilson.
But they don't play into the MCU.
No.
What I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The MCU. Sure.
Right.
Sorry.
So I'm talking about the MCU in specifically.
Yes, that is the
Guardians of the Galaxy does play into that overall story arc.
Okay.
Deadpool never has, and I don't know if I haven't. I'm gonna go watch Deadpool and Wolverine, but I don't know if that plays now. I don't know.
Okay. Well, so I just think this is really good for Disney that these movies are winning for them, just for the money prospect of them taking away from the parks and.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were due to have some good hits and things that people are really actually into and passionate about and excited for.
Sure.
Here is the question, though, and this is for everybody. How do you guys feel with having Deadpool already in the park and Wolverine?
Well, that was like a limited time only, right?
Yeah, but they're in there.
I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. I think what they did with it is cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, strike while the iron is hot for those guys, but keep them in DCA.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, but here, well, okay, and I'm not disagreeing with you, but the other, with the caveat, with that, but these, Deadpool in particular is a very adult character.
Yeah.
And how, I mean, I get the points, like, for marketing and whatnot, but we got to remember that Disneyland has a huge, a lot about kids, right?
Sure.
No kid can go watch a Deadpool movie.
Not really.
No kid should be watching a Deadpool movie.
Unless you have cool parents, I'll take you.
No, and then they're going to be like, yeah. I'm not going to go into the story how my niece saw it when she wasn't supposed to.
Oh, no. Yes, highly inappropriate for that.
Highly inappropriate.
I see what you mean. Because my initial thought, like when I think of that whole land there, I think of my nephews who are 6.5, and they love that land and like everything Marvel right now. But I don't think they know who Deadpool is. Maybe they know who he is, but they definitely haven't watched the movies.
Well, but and that being said, though, I dig it. I mean, I don't mind. I would have loved going and having Wolverine and Deadpool there.
Yeah,
I would have. I would have loved it.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and if a child hasn't watched it, they still could think it's cool seeing their parent be into something, and it's something that engages the family.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope that the next few movies that are coming out in relation to Disney and Marvel, for that fact, don't erase what has just been done.
Oh, yeah.
The 2 movies in the pipeline coming out next for Disney is whatever the Snow White is that they're doing. And then the other one is Captain America. What is it, Brave New World?
Oh, yeah.
With the new cap.
Right, right.
I have a bad feeling about those.
Oh.
So that's why I didn't want to be the black pill, but we got to be realistic about these things. As happy as I am that Disney's gotten a couple wins here, sadly, I think this is more of a flash in the pan. It used to be inverted, right? It used to be inverted that you would have the off movie, like, oh, that one didn't make $1 billion. Oh well. Now it's it's inverted. And so we still need to be happy that they got there, but we also need to remain realistic in the fact that this is now a flash in the pan instead of the norm for Disney.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm happy for it. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy for it, but we can't also be, look at it through rose-colored glass and be like, woohoo, everything's fine, because then you become a pixie duster where everything's fine.
Right.
Yeah. I don't feel too good about the Snow White one. To be honest, I don't think it's going to be that great, and they haven't really been pushing it, so I think it's kind of like a wish thing. I would almost rather see them make less movies, but actually do quality. Like, moving forward, that would be what I would want to see. Like, don't try to go, I mean, this is a pointless topic because we've talked about it enough, but, like, don't try to go just do a live action to every single animated classic. We need new stories, and I think right now the Snow White's just not a story that people are into.
Well,
no.
Not when it's done in this way.
Yes,
Exactly. If they would have, oh man, Disney's so stupid. If they would have been right, they could have brought in celebrating the 100th year of the company.
Yeah.
With a live action Snow White and doing a shot for shot of the original. And then tying it in to remind people this is the movie that made the company. Plain and simple.
Right.
But no, they had to do whatever they're doing.
And we shall see how that goes. Last item in the news is that, Udi, you did tease something in our thread the other day that you may be making a triumphant return back to the parks. And I do want, and that is, hold on. That was all the Disneyland cast members applauding you back. So what kind of nonsense are you spewing in our thread here?
Well, you've been talking about us going to the park, and I've never said no. that I don't want to go. It's been like, well, let's figure out when.
Yeah.
I have that, and then I have another part of me, the other part of me of my friends that are like my best friend going, I'm going back. So I have the pull of you, and I have the pull of my other best friend going, it's time.
Oh, when is she going back?
December probably.
With Ty?
Probably.
Oh, well, did she invite you?
Yeah.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Well, you got to
So
go.
now you have to pick between two.
No.
No.
I just got to go do both.
I'm going to wait till the spring to go with Udi, but I think you should go with her and her family.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So I had that phone conversation earlier this week, and I'm like, okay, I'm fine. Amore fate, man. Just enjoy your fate, and that's it. Love your fate, and I'm fated. That's it.
Oh,
good. There you go.
Yeah, boo-hoo. You get to go to Disneyland
twice in a year, probably. No.
So I feel so bad for you.
But to be fair though, I would really like it if we could all go. I mean, if I'm gonna go, and I'm the one I'm the pain in the ass. That's the one who's slowest one going. I hold that one. Unapologetically, I hold that one. But it'd be cool, Jess. That includes you, Jessica. But yeah.
Okay. Well, I may know a place you should stay.
I think I may have a place in mind of where we can stay.
Oh, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we will.
Okay.
Very cool.
Yeah. Well, that's going to wrap up the news for this episode. And normally we would have one-on-one with Jess. But Jess, I assume we are dark today, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Well, but maybe sometime in the future we have.
I would say probably our next show.
Okay.
Raise your hand if you're excited.
I'm excited.
I'll start listening to every bonus track on every animated film soundtrack that's
Probably a good idea.
Yes.
That's funny.
Yeah. So we'll have one-on-one with Jess back, and whenever that, maybe next episode or something. And
everybody, calm down. Okay, you guys are getting it back, man.
Yeah.
I mean, thinking back to 200, like, man, the one-on-ones. I'm like, yeah. It's good that. Yeah.
Well, if Jess does it and she offers some of those, what are those things she ate? What were they?
No.
Oh, the Jelly Bellies.
No.
Oh, the Jelly Bellies. Becky, you have to be here for that because I mean, you can either get lime or clipped grass or.
Yeah, you cannot not be subjected to the awful jelly beans where we're spitting them out.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, you need to tell me in advance when the jelly beans are going to be.
Rotten eggs or popcorn.
Oh my god.
Yeah, rotten eggs or popcorn.
Pepper and what else? Oh my lord, I can't.
Socks.
There we go. Oh
Dirty
my
socks. Yeah, so good times are coming our way.
Oh, oh my god. And this is where I always go, like, I almost want to know before we go, but then there's that other part of me is like, I don't want to know because it's like, which one's worse?
Yeah.
The anticipation or going through it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The anticipation.
I would, yeah. So don't tell me.
Okay. Well, then let's go to the feature presentation.
And now for our feature presentation.
Okay. Well, this will air on Monday, August 5th, and this is the last episode before D23. And so we would just like to take a moment and talk about some things that we honestly feel will be discussed or revealed for the Disneyland Anaheim Park this year. Does anyone want to start off with what they realistically think is going to happen?
I can.
Okay, go ahead, Becky.
Okay. I think we are going to get a location, maybe an exact location for Avatar.
Yes.
And this is only related to Disneyland, of course. I think we are going to get announcements about the 70th anniversary, like a new parade, new fireworks, that kind of thing. But I think it's going to be fairly minimal, and probably like maybe they'll do something bigger for 75. But I think we're going to get maybe something good out of that, like a good parade. Is what I would hope. And then I think we may hear something about a new hotel.
Oh, well, and where do you think that's going to be?
I don't know necessarily where it's going to be, but I guess the reason why I'm feeling like that is like before the pandemic and everything hit, remember they were starting to like gear up for a hotel, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then that kind of fell apart. And I don't know, I don't really have a rhyme or reason. I just have a feeling that they are going to start going that route again.
Interesting. Because Disneyland or D23, they always throw this wild card out there. Like no one saw it coming. Like 2 years ago, they go, "Oh, we're going to do San Francisco in DCA," and like no one saw that in the pipeline, and that was a really welcome surprise. So your wild card, your wild card / curveball is going to be like a new hotel mentioned. Huh. Interesting. I wonder where that would be, and that would be really fun to dissect that. That would be a pleasant surprise, and I wonder if it would be like a moderate, because they definitely need a moderate. It would be saying no. I tend to agree with you. It would not be a moderate, but darn it, they do need a moderate hotel there.
I do think that would be great. I don't think moderate. When I was thinking of this, I didn't think moderate, but I do. That's something I really love about Disney World, which I know it's huge, but they have something really in every budget.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
And I like that.
Yeah, for sure. You're 100% correct with that.
Well, I mean, anybody likes something in, when it's in a budget that you can afford. But yeah,
sure.
I think if they do something, it's going to be equivalent or greater than Grand.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Okay. That's you're swinging for the fences there. Okay, interesting. Well, so we're going to get Avatar Land, at least the location for that. And then Disneyland's 70th announcement of what they're going to do. And that could be parade and fireworks and all that kind of stuff. And then you say your wild card is going to be a hotel announced. So that's like three things. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Do you want to go? Do you want me to jump in? Jess? Okay.
I mean, I think she hit the nail on the head. I mean, it's kind of hard because it seems like it's a letdown every year. Like, the more, you know what I mean? So it's hard to really think about what they could do or what I would realistically want them to do. But, I mean, I think it's going to have a lot to do with the anniversary. And then the location of Avatar.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, she hit the nail on the head. Like, she got it.
So that's just two things. We better be getting more than two things.
Well, I mean,
you think?
They're going to get rid of... Next, they're going to get rid of Indiana Jones because people have a fear of boulders. And,
oh, yeah.
we're just going to go down that route. And
Tiana's Temple of Doom.
If you have a fear of feathers, we're going to replace the feathers for Dumbo with something ridiculous. So, I mean, we'll get more. Don't worry.
Sure. So, where do you both think they're going to announce Avatar Land?
Oh.
I don't know.
That's a stumper.
Hard. Yeah, I really don't know.
Okay.
I am sometimes starting to have a feeling it's going to be at Disneyland proper.
Nope.
But I really don't want to see that.
Okay.
So I try hard not to think it. But that's a tough one.
Okay.
What about you?
Me or Jess?
Well, any of you.
Well, I haven't said my predictions yet of what I think is going to happen.
All right, go for it, Jess. What do you think, Jess?
I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to be somewhere in Disneyland, to be honest. I don't think they're going to put it across the way. I would prefer them to keep it out of my park, but I've given up on the things that I want because Disney just ignores my messages.
Yeah.
How dare they?
Yeah.
The audacity of them.
The audacity.
I know.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Interesting. Are we going to be the more optimistic ones in this one, Mark?
Oddly enough, we might be.
I think we may be.
This is weird.
There's a former Imagineer by the name of Jim Scholl, and I do recommend you follow him or watch his stuff. He's got 7 to 15-minute video clips on YouTube and Instagram where he talks about different designs and the reasons why. He was an Imagineer for 30 years, and he's retired, but he offers some really good perspective and insights to stuff. And so he's always pretty good to a good voice of reasons just to hear stuff. And I'm going to say, and I'm going to throw that out there because his last episode was about the People Mover and why it should and could come back to Disneyland. That would be a wild card for me if they brought that one back. But I mean, I think for sure we are going to get Avatar Land announced. That will be talked about for sure. And I think we're going to get Avengers E-Ticket announced. Finally, that's going to be in at least, I mean, it's been announced before, but I think we're going to get more concrete stuff. And I also think we're going to get, for sure, Disneyland's 70th stuff announced. And that particular stuff doesn't even move the needle for me. I don't care about the merchandise or special parade or whatever, special fireworks show. Do you like that stuff, Woody?
No.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it could be the 60th. I wouldn't even know what I'm looking at.
Yep.
I love it.
Oh,
and
good.
This is why you guys always eat the bad flavored jelly.
Yeah. No, you're spot on with that. I mean, and that's actually one of the. I mean, this is one of the myriad of reasons why Disneyland is so great, because it caters to so many different tastes and different people. I mean, you guys love the pageantry and all that kind of stuff. I don't care. Really so much about it. I don't mean to be harsh. I would rather check out scenery and look at the stuff and ride attractions and eat something I haven't eaten before than sit there and go, oh, look at that float, or look at that aerial display. It's like, I don't care. But so I got Adventures Campus. I have Avatar Land, Disneyland 70th. And I've been burned many, many, many times by this. But I do think we're going to get some sort of Tomorrowland news, small, but some sort of retrofit to get that thing up and running. At least because we got the 2028 Olympics coming up, and you have a half a land. That's really so. So to answer your question, I think we're going to get Avatar Land announced as part of the new anchor part of DCA, which is going to be for Disneyland Forward. I don't think it's going to go in DCA proper. There's been a lot of talk about that going into Hollywoodland, but I cannot see thematically going down Buena Vista Street, going by award winners, and going left and going, oh, now we're in Pandora. No, I don't think so. It's got to be completely removed from what we know, and I don't see it going into Tomorrowland, and I don't see it going into Redwood Creek Challenge at all, because that's way too much they've invested in that. So my guess is going to be the parking space behind Pixar Hotel, Pixar Place Hotel, whatever they're calling it now.
Oh, okay.
So that's my guess for what we're going to get. But I know there's going to be a curveball in there somewhere where we did not see anything. I mean, look at this Hungry Bear restaurant. No one saw that coming.
Yeah.
I don't see anything in Galaxy's Edge being announced. I don't see any movement there. So Tomorrowland has to be the curveball that we're gonna get. Okay, Udi.
Well, I'm conflicted about a lot of these things because, like I was saying earlier, whatever we thought of and what we've come up with, and Jess even kind of alluded to it. It's been completely not in the same vicinity of what we're thinking is what Disney winds up doing.
Right.
On top of that, a couple years ago we had nothing but a big, huge blue sky session for the parks panel.
Yeah.
Which was amounted to a big fat nothing.
Oh, that was like 2 years ago, like the what if.
Yeah, the what if of everything. It's like, dude, so you got nothing.
Nothing.
So I want to have more faith in what they're going to do, and There's a part of me that believes that things are turning around. That being said, I honestly think we're going to get very little of substance. I really do. I think you're right that we're going to get more of a better idea of where the Avatar is going to go. But I agree with you. I don't think it's going to be in the park, because I will tell you this. They cannot put anything. I mean, let me clarify my point. It went from an Avatar experience to Avatar Land. I still don't know if that was just a slip of verbiage. Okay, but people can grab onto that and just go with it.
Well, we saw the concept art for that.
But we all know that.
Ginormous boat
but I
ride.
debunked that like within the next day.
Did they?
I did.
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
none of that works. Like, it doesn't fit in any of that. It's just, oh, look, it was more blue sky. It wasn't. It was just a pretty picture.
Yes.
And it was nothing based in fact. Okay. So my point is that I don't think it's going to go. I don't think Avatar is going to go into Tomorrowland, and only because it doesn't work, and because it would be too costly to put it there. I think that if they had a dollar value to it, they would have done it. But I honestly think they looked at it and said they would cost way too much to redo all of this, because it would take major overhaul. What I will tell you would be probably less expensive to just build it from the ground up.
Oh,
like
sure.
we talked about earlier. So I do agree with you guys that we are going to get more of a better handle of what Avatar is going to look like. But I honestly think it's going to be the anchor point for
Disney
expansion. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it makes more sense. So in that train of thought, then I think we're going to get a little bit better idea of what they want to do. I'm going to specify the word want to do with Disney Forward, not what they're going to do. I honestly don't think they have concrete plans for shit when it comes over there. I think they've got good ideas and they're throwing them around, but I don't think they have anything concrete. So at D23, they have now trained me quite well to come in with a high expectation and expect nothing.
Yes.
Okay? So that's kind of a little dark side to it, but it's the reality of it. That being said, though, I would like to see a bigger expansion into what is going on with Disney Forward. I would love to hear something going on with Tomorrowland. Love it.
Yes.
I mean, I would be over the moon if they had something substantive, but they're not. It's been proven. So what I see coming out of D23, at least when the parks are concerned, it's going to be more talk about the cruise ships, because that's a profit center that's making money.
Yeah.
They're going to talk more about the overseas park, because, again, that's been Bob Iger's focus. And we're going to get touches and ideas for both Walt Disney World and Disneyland proper. But I think they're going to be afterthoughts, because that's what they've done. Even with the potentiality of what Disney Forward can bring, I don't think that they have anything concrete set as of yet. Which, sad to say, is something that should be well beyond the blueprint point, okay?
Yeah.
But I don't know if we're going to get that. So I think we're getting a lot, and then they're going to deflect off to the 70th. They're going to talk about those kind of things. They're going to talk more about the successes that they have Inside Out 2. Those kind of things are definitely going to be brought up, because Disney wants to focus on the good things. They're not going to want to look at the bad things. So that's my prediction. D23 is going to be a lot of what we've had over the last few years, which
Okay.
have been a lot of blah, 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 with little to back it up. But the potentiality for me being 100% wrong is there.
Sure.
Because regardless of what you say, Disney, they have put pieces on the board to be successful.
Yeah.
The problem is I don't trust the chess master behind those pieces to move them right. And that's the problem. Because right now, when you look at everything, Disney has put pieces out there that, if moved in the right way and done the right way, yet the potentiality for it being really successful is really there.
Yeah.
We shall see. I mean, I guess we'll know next week.
We should. Yeah.
Right? Next week?
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Oh no. Sorry. At the time of this recording, it'd be like 6 days.
Yeah, in 6 days.
Yeah.
From time of recording.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I would love, like I said, I would love to see those kind of things. I think we're going to talk about, and they're probably going to try to bring up more, like in more movie, more TV, and Disney Plus type thing, because this is all part of the company.
I do think we're going to get some, like, I think Disney Plus, we are going to get a little bit of, like, this series that they're going to do from, like, Disney Plus, like, more, like, I think we're going to probably hear about whatever the Tiana series is going to be. I think we're going to get a couple of things like that.
Yep. And we'll probably get something about Skeleton Crew, which is the next...
well, not in the
Star
parks
Wars
panel, but
not in the parks panel, but just in general in D23.
Sure, yeah, we'll get that.
Yep.
But I mean, I honestly think they have to address Disney Forward for all the hoopla they went through, just to get, and they need to start talking about some real concrete plans, as opposed to, oh, it could be this, it could be that. That's not what people want to see.
No.
Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna, and we will cover it for you guys on our LTP Lounge channel. We're gonna be there. Maybe we can get Lewis in there to start complaining with us too. You guys are welcome to join us and share your thoughts on as it gets unfolded in real time. I don't know. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to maybe getting disappointed again. But,
I think if there was something that could throw me for a loop that I would absolutely love, it would be something like what we see in the overseas park, I think in Tokyo Sea.
Oh, yeah.
With Tangled. I would absolutely love that. Like, ever since you sent the video, I love that whole area.
Oh.
I just think it looks amazing. Yeah. That would make me super excited.
Yep. I mean, that whole area is just beautiful. And we have, not we, but they have so much land over there on either side of the Disneyland Hotel that could benefit from that. But, and you can just imagine, though, if they do build on either side of the hotels, how much those hotels are going to go for per night?
Oh, I know.
Because those hotels will suddenly be inside of a theme park, which they aren't now. And it's like, I mean, the minimum price is going to be like $900 or something just to sit there.
Yeah.
I
don't know if I told you guys this, but so I was supposed to go to Disneyland in June, but then my sister ended up getting married in June, so we didn't go. But I looked at the Disneyland villas because I thought, oh, that's cool. I'm going with my brother's family, my parents. What if we all stay in one? And for the week, it was $42,000.
What? You mean in Hawaii?
No, at the Disneyland Hotel.
$42,000?
Yes, $42,000
for a week in the suites.
Yeah, for a week. Is that not crazy?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Beyond. Well, I'm glad you guys didn't do that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, we really seriously thought about it, but we decided not to spend our money that way.
No, absolutely not. Well, good for you. Okay, well, I guess that's gonna. Anyone have more thoughts about D23? We're gonna get.
I don't know.
Okay.
I guess I'm trying to keep my expectations at a muted point.
Okay.
Right now, I hate to say that. I mean, I hate to say that, but this is where we are right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe there will be something unexpected, especially if we are keeping our expectations low. Then all they could do is boost them, which is nice. I remember the last one they did the Enchanted movie, the second one, and that was like something I didn't see coming at all, and I actually enjoyed it. I mean, It was just on Disney Plus. It wasn't anything too crazy.
Okay.
But I found that enjoyable.
I liked that one a lot.
Mm-hmm. I know it probably was your favorite, Mark.
Oh, absolutely one of my favorite. Yeah, I was so stoked. I was weeping when they announced it, and yeah. And so there's a part 2 to Enchanted?
Apparently.
I didn't know that.
Apparently?
Is that the one with Amy Adams?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Dude, we're dead now. We're like, we're so dead.
Well, it's the way they think about Marvel or Star Wars. Like, what are you guys talking about?
I know, but No, but we don't do 101s at them. We don't do 101s at back.
No, we don't.
Yeah, true. There's no one-on-one.
Think about that. Jess is gonna tee up the new 101s.
Yeah.
And then usually I'm like, hey, I've got a slight chance of winning.
No.
You and me, Mark. But now Becky's here and she can be like, oh, I got that.
Oh no, Becky's gonna kill us.
Oh, we're dead.
Yeah.
You know, if I do recall, when I came on as a guest, I did win.
You did.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. There's no doubt about that.
She's talking trash already.
Oh well. Yeah. Yeah. This is an easy question. If you don't get this one right, shame on you.
I'm gonna get that like tattooed somewhere. Like, well, if you don't get this one's easy, guys.
Shame on you. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Oh no, wait. I'm looking forward to it though. Woo.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we shall see how D23 stacks up this year. The disappointments could be huge, but that's part of it.
So you're gonna call it Disappointment 23?
Disappointment 23. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
The fan experience. Oh, dude, that fits so well right now. Oh no. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be negative, but
the fan experience.
Yeah. Disappointment 23. The fan experience.
Oh yeah. Right.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's gonna be okay. No. That being said, I cannot leave things. I made a point and a vow that I will never leave things in a dark moment. That being said, the signs are there. We're as much as we sit there and go like, things are turning around. I still firmly believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, and it's always exciting when they have the D23, just to hear what's going on everywhere.
For sure.
Who
Okay.
knows, maybe it'll inspire us to take a trip to Disney Paris.
Yeah, that would be fun.
That would be awesome.
That's a question. Like, well, okay, Jess, which ones have you been to?
The more you spend, the more than any of us.
I know.
Shanghai.
You went to Shanghai, and then this one. You haven't been to Florida?
I was 2, so I don't count it.
Okay, well.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So she's been the one way far away.
Yeah.
Maybe Paris. I don't want to go to Paris, honestly.
No.
I want to do the Tokyo.
Yeah, well, I want to see Tokyo as well.
There you go. What about you, Jess? Would you go to Tokyo, Jess?
Oh yeah.
Isn't that the one with the tangle and all that? Is it that one?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think that's Disney Sea, right?
Yeah.
I think.
Tokyo Disney Sea.
Oh crap.
Yep, that one looks incredible.
I think maybe.
Yeah, and they have Arendelle too.
Oh yeah, that's right, Arendelle.
Which looks amazing.
You know what? Okay, I'm gonna say this. I don't know if I want to go because I'm gonna go there and get pissed.
Yeah, how.
Well, that could be what's coming here.
I hope.
Arendelle.
I can, honestly, right now, I'm fine with that. As much as I hate the F word.
Yeah.
Well,
be okay with that.
and that park is so far away. Obviously it's not in the country. I think that it's okay to have some of the same stuff as something that's not in the country. I just don't want to see the same stuff that's at Disney World here.
Sure.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's gonna wrap up episode number 201. Yeah. There we go. All right. 202 will be coming up next. We hopefully will have a guest on.
I hope so.
Hope so. We've got a lot of guests lined up, but if not, we'll come up with something clever. And to get in touch with us, send us an email at info@leavingtodaypodcast.com or follow us on Instagram at leavingtodaypodcast. Also, go to our website at leavingtodaypodcast.com and you can connect with us there. Udi, where can people find you for more witty banter?
You can find. Well, hold on. Before I go there, I want to say this one thing real quick. With 200 now we're in 201, right? We're flipping the next chapter next at 100.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that I'm glad that we have the format that we have now.
Oh.
I'm glad that we have Becky, and I am glad that Jess is back with us. Yeah,
me too.
And I'm really looking forward to. And I don't know if I said this in 200, but
you were in tears most of the time.
Yeah, I was like needing the tissue. But I just wanted to reiterate that if I have said it okay, but if not, I just want to say that the next 200, the next 100, the next whatever, I'm really happy with what we've got, and I'm looking forward to what we're gonna do with Jess and with Becky, and I really am. I'm what's the word I want to say? I'm
Optimistic?
I'm optimistic, definitely, but I'm also scared to a level for my well-being, and I blame Jess for that. but I'm looking forward to it, and I'm glad that we've all. I'm glad that we are where we are.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we have been able to assemble what we have right now, and having the mix of opinions and thoughts that we have. And I'm super grateful, and I'm super excited that because we're not all follow along yes men, and we all come from a different point of view, and we're all not afraid to speak our minds. So I appreciate that from all of you. So before I go off, I just wanted to make sure that I said that.
Oh, thank you, Udi.
That's really nice.
Yeah, you're welcome. But that being said, now you can find me on my other show, The Mando Show. We're going to be recording... Disney. Lucasfilm. Anyway, Mando Show. You can find me there. That's my other podcast. And you can find me on my Instagram and my Twixer, which are both the same. HAXGOALIE Hacks Goalie.
All right.
Yep.
Becky, where can you be found?
You can find me on Instagram, and that's Becky_Weimer. And yeah, I've had a few people reach out and interact, and it's been really nice. Yeah.
Nice. Excelente. Jess, where can you be found?
My Instagram is Storybook Jess. My Facebook is Jessica Farfan. I don't get on Facebook anymore. And then our Facebook page is Leaving Today Podcast, 2 words, Leaving Today Podcast, and I don't tweet.
Okay. All right. Well, we also need to get Shannon back on sometimes. It's been a minute since we've had her. It's well over a year since we've talked to her.
Mm-hmm.
I know you mentioned the last time about a Halloween episode.
Oh, well, I just said that because we don't hear from Shannon. Well, we don't. I know Jess does every couple hours probably, but
yeah, I talk to her every couple hours.
That's fact.
But
That's
she
fact.
doesn't surface until like the Halloween stuff around for us, because she comes out of her crypt and
Trying to be the one of the haunts, one of the happy haunts.
yeah. So I mean, we'll have her back on for sure whenever she wants to come back on.
Oh yeah, she will.
All right. Well, yeah, we need to have her back on to see what's going on with her and give her thoughts about Disneyland. And yeah.
You know what we need to do? We need to plan that where we can all sit around the table and do that. With you, Jess, and you, Becky, and then have her.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Oh, like actual, like in the...
Like in person, like around this table.
Oh, that's asking a lot. That's asking a lot.
I know it is, but we can work it out.
Yeah, we can work it out.
I got faith.
Okay, we should do that.
Yep.
Yeah, we should, because I feel like I know her just from listening to her.
Yeah, that would be a fun time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, with that, we'll wrap up episode 201. Thank you so much for joining us this time. It means a lot to us. And if you have any comments or suggestions, please drop a line and we will talk about it and get it and discuss it. All right. We love you, adventurers out there, and we will see you in the parks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you.
I never know who has the right order of saying goodbye last.
I always go last.
Okay.
That's all I know. You guys figure it out between you two
Okay.
can duke it out. I don't care.
Okay.
I just go last.
Okay. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
this is not a swippy swap.
No, I will give you one.
You have to give me 2.
Nope.
One from the back.
Well, that was awkward.
God, you're so slow. Baby, that looks better than mine.
Cheers.
All right. Okay. Sorry. Now that I cracked it.
Okay, let's get this
Okay.
going.
Okay, I'm nervous because now I'm going to mess it up.
This is the best part.
He picked a bad week to not drink. No bed sheets.
Why are you yelling at me?
Because I like yelling at you.
Kitty.
It's like a breath of fresh air.
Boy, was my face red.
Can we do that again?